Fellow Hoosiers, as State Democratic Chair, I want to take this opportunity to talk to you about opportunity. I've been on the job now for a little more than 2 months, and I'm disheartened by what I see as continued GOP tax on Hoosier opportunity. The legislative session recently concluded, which means you have a lot to digest. There are a few things you won't find among the many bills passed and signed into law by Republicans. Most specifically, a jobs plan or any major changes that will immediately improve our economy. As Democrats, we pushed a common sense agenda that would work to help build Indiana's middle class and make sure our workers, teachers, public servants, retirees, and students are protected. Our plan would have ensured fiscal stability over the next 2 years. We want to make sure that every Hoosier has the same economic opportunity to succeed. We asked Governor Pence to expand health insurance coverage to 400,000 more Hoosiers, a move that would have created 30,000 new jobs and added $3.4 billion to our economy. We want to make sure all Hoosiers have the opportunity to be healthy and to recover if and when they get sick. We stood up for teachers and workers to prevent them from losing valuable workplace rights that make it easier for them to contribute to our economy and safer for them to do their jobs. We believe in the opportunities to succeed without those barriers. We also pushed to fully fund K-12 education by restoring cuts that the GOP made 2 years ago. They added some money back, but our schools are still woefully underfunded. We shook our heads as Republicans continue to push policies that will make it more difficult for women to access quality health and family planning services. Democrats believe that opportunity knows no gender boundaries, and we must make sure all women have access to the services they need. We also tried to stop GOP changes to our voting laws that will make it harder for Hoosiers to get to the polls and exercise their fundamental constitutional right to vote. We believe opportunity starts with the right to engage in our democracy. We oppose any and all obstacles to voting rights. I would be remiss if I didn't note that Democratic lawmakers at the State House worked across the aisle on a number of pieces of legislation that will benefit our state. But we also made sure Republicans knew it when they were pushing policies that had little to do with creating jobs and building our economy. The good news for Hoosiers is that we now have an opportunity of another kind as we move into the 2014 campaigns. That's the opportunity to hold Republicans accountable for their no-jobs policies and make it clear that voters have a choice between a common-sense, middle-class agenda and more of the same rhetoric from Republicans. After all, elections are about choices. On June 7th, we'll welcome Congressman Joaquin Castro as the keynote speaker for our Indiana Jefferson-Jackson Day dinner in downtown Indianapolis. Congressman Castro of Texas is a rising star in our party who's attracting a lot of attention for his fresh approach to politics as usual in Washington. He'll be joined by Hoosier Democrats who look out for Indiana's best interest at the State House and in Washington every day. The JJ dinner will unofficially kick off the 2014 campaign cycle, and we'll be busting our behinds throughout the summer and into the fall to make sure we're recruiting great candidates and raising the resources necessary to fund their campaigns. We have an opportunity next year to reshape the political landscape and restore balance at the State House, and we'll fight hard to make sure we get that job done. I'm excited to be the chair of the party that looks out for Indiana's middle class, and I look forward to speaking with you next week. If you'd like to offer your comments and suggestions, you can email us at info@indems.org. That's info@indems.org. You can call 317-231-7100 or follow us on Twitter at INDEMS. Thank you, and God bless.